So, this is the story time about how I found my mom unalived by her husband. Warning, this jam might make me a little emotional because I don't really talk about it. So, yeah. So, Pete, my mom and her husband were married for like 5 years and dated for like 2. But the whole time that they dated and got married and all that, I was in college. So I ain't really meet dude until after they were already married. Now, when I met him, he was always kind of weird. He was just real quiet and to himself. When I would come back home from time to time, I would hang out with him and try to get to know him. And like I said, he was real cool when he was around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't ever give me no red flags or nothing. Worst part was, this was one of my mom's best, situations with a man. He had his money together, he had his own businesses, and he was a go-getter. When they first got together, he was like, man, you ain't got to pay no bills, just stack your money. And my mom was able to really, propel herself financially. I'm happy than a motherfucker. I'm like, all right, I see y'all. Couple goals. Now, like I said, dude was always to himself, and I just thought that's who he was, not knowing, behind closed doors, there was a whole nother situation going on. Now, in one of my last story times, I told y'all my mom was married 4 times. So, this was one of the best times. At least that's what it seemed. Me and my wife done went on vacation with this man and everything. Like him, my mom, my grandma, my wife, at this time she was my girlfriend. We all went to Florida and he was just cool. Fast forward, and this is a night in March. This happened a couple days before my birthday. My grandma calls me, and she was like, hey, I ain't been able to get in contact with your mom. Have you talked to her? Now, this is weird because my grandma and my mom talk every day faithfully at 9 a.m. So my grandma called me saying that was no, I haven't talked to her since Wednesday. My grandma try giving her a call, and I'm going to call your brother and see if he talked to her. I'm like, cool. We get off the phone, and I get to thinking. Now, around this time, my daughter was 3 months, and my mom was ecstatic because it's our first grandchild. And we had a group chat where we would send her pictures daily and talk about, my baby. And we sent her a picture a couple days ago, and she didn't answer. We also were supposed to go eat dinner with her the day that my grandma called me. But I ended up having to work, so I told her, hey, we're going to come through another time. We'll figure it out. Just let me know when you're free, and we can, have dinner. So I called my grandma back, and I'm like, yeah, it went straight to voicemail. And she was like, it's been doing that since Thursday. I'm like, that's odd. She don't never turn her phone off. I said, hey, I've been drinking, so I'm going to just go out there first thing in the morning and just check on her. But for the time being, I'm going to have the police do a welfare check. Now, my mom stayed in Memphis, so the police ain't on shit. So they called back, and they yeah, we had some officers go by. They knocked on the door, but nobody answered, so they left. They just heard the dogs barking. I'm like, why didn't they break a door down? I told you my mom could potentially be hurt in there. They're yeah, legally we can't do that, da-da-da. So I said, hey, if I pull up and open the garage for you, can you go in? I said, yes, sir. All right, I'm on my way. I called my grandma. She's freaking out. She's worried. And I'm like, grandma, it's okay. Mama she probably just wanted some time to herself. On the inside, I'm really scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person that says just the right thing to keep everybody calm. But on the inside, I'm freaking out. Because my mom don't ever turn her phone off and not answer the phone. My mom about that money. That money on. My 3-month-old was asleep. My wife was right there next to me through the whole process. And she said, yeah, you need to go out there. But call me and we're going to stay on the phone so I can make sure that you make it safely and I can know what's going on. So I get there and the police are already out there waiting on me. This is 2 in the morning. I open the garage You're going to have to tune in to part 2 because it's already getting long.